Having fun there, Hunter? Are you stuck? Are you stuck? Oh yeah? You want some help? You want some help? I'll help you walk. Help. I'll help you. No? What's his dad? Yes, his feet are stuck.
Come on. Come on.
Well, I know Jen and Rhys have just gone for a walk. You can hear a noise over here. And there's a bloody bush turkey. It was on their table. It was on that table there, but by the time I turn the camera on, it's gone. Yum, yum. We've been here 3 days, and I've spoken to this fella Jamesy every day. He's a Harley enthusiast. He's travelled the country. We're brothers in arms. We very, very similar and highly like-minded. He tells me this morning that he does a few, we won't call them cashies, but we'll call them cashies. How's that sound? a bit of maintenance around the local area. And he's going to start get some cards made up and enhance his business and cash flow a little bit further. So we chopped him out because in the early days of Aussie Adventures, Margaret and I went to Office Works and we got all the gear to make our own stamps. We don't need them anymore and we don't use them. So Jonesy's got all that and he's off and running with his own stamps.
And loving it.
Bloody oath.
And living the dream.
Living the dream.
And what a top bloke.
Good to meet you, brother.
Cheers, man.
All the best with that cleaning business.
Thanks, bud.
Easy. Well, there's our camp there in the background. And what a beautiful park it's been to stay at. So tonight is our last night here. And at lunchtime today, we're all going to go to the local hotel. It's only a couple of kilometres from here. And have some lunch. Apparently they've got beautiful meals and seafood here. And then after that, as promised in the last film, we are taking the ladies on a four-wheel drive adventure, and we've got a surprise for everyone what we're going to do on the beach. Right, well I've got me 5'8" with me, giving me a bit of a hand. We're not long off going out for lunch. Where we're going four-wheel driving, we're not even 5k's from there, so, and it's a 60k zone all the way. So with low tyre pressure on the bitumen, short kilometres, you can't hurt your tyres. They say not to drive back on the bitumen for long distance with low tyre pressure, obviously number one for safety, and also where the wall collapses and then stretches can make your tyres run hot and affect the tyre wear, so it's a no-no. But just going 5k straight onto the sand, low speed, job's right. So I'm going to drop them down to just a little bit under 15 psi this morning, and this is the quickest way that I do it. So I just pull the valve out and then keep checking the pressure and go from there. Like I said in yesterday's movie, a little bit of spit. Just wipe it across there, make sure there's absolutely no air coming out, because there's nothing worse than getting down the road or out full driving and you get out thinking everything's cool and your tyres flat. It puts a real downer on things. Always put the caps in the same spot up the top. Doesn't matter where I am, I always remember where I put them. So now I know there's no leaks there and the tyre pressure's right. We are good to go in the sand. Another adventure and another good day with all me mates. Bring it, Curdy. Bloody legend. More noise, Curdy. More noise. Ready? perfection. Check the leaks. Done. We are organised for after lunch for our four-wheel driving adventure with the ladies, with our surprise for them and the audience. And if you're going to buy any equipment for four-wheel driving and these little gauges, don't buy the plastic ones, they always get broken. Spend that little bit extra and get the good quality gear. Not only is the calibration more accurate, it's made out of different materials, but the exterior is much tougher and they're built to last. Boarding and everything. Bloody picture of strength she is, the dear old soul. Margaret's over there getting ready and we're about to go. Well, we had an hour spare before we're going out for lunch, and we're waiting for young Hunter to wake up before we can go. So I thought I might do a quick oil and filter change. It's probably 1,000 k's off it, but I'm going to do it a bit early, just give her a little birthday. But I've already taken the filter off, and there's an oil seal ring that sits right there. It's very common for them to get stuck. They can get stuck on the face of where the filter goes. And if it does, and you wind the new filter on with the other seal that's on there, it's going to leak. So you always make sure the old seal's off the block of the engine, and it's sitting there on that filter, so you know where it is. And then, you change your oil, you screw your new filter on. I always put, get rid of the plastic cover and pre-fill that about halfway with oil, so less spillage when it goes back on there. And you can see the brand new seal there. So half to 3/4 full of oil, and then a slight bit on there. Clean the face of where the filter goes, so it marries up to a clean face. You do it up fairly tight just by hand is plenty, and change your oil, which has already been done, and check your belts, blow your air cleaner out. You can, if you haven't got a good compressor on board, you can just get an attachment. You can actually use the air out of your tyres to blow your air cleaner out. Do it at the servo, wherever you want, blow your tyres back up. There's your pretend compressor if you like, but you've got to have the right gear to suit your valve, and away you go. But check all your oil levels, your battery terminals, water, oil, you can fill your washer bottle up for your windscreen every time you pop the bonnet. Just have a look around your tyres, check all your lights, and make sure the washers are squirting properly up on the windscreen, and just have a safety check around it. Like, servicing your vehicle is not just about changing your oil and filter, it's about a full safety check of your gear also. It's a little bit on the seal, and like I said, double check and triple check that surface so it's spotlessly clean, and screw your filter on. Done. And the last thing we do is write today's date on there so we know the date that we changed it. Start the engine, let the oil go through its process, then wait 3 to 5 minutes after the engine's been turned off, and check your oil level. Pull the dipstick out, give it a good wipe, and make sure you've got the right amount in there. Not a little bit under, not a little bit over. Make sure it's the right amount. Then check your kilometres, and always write on the lube sticker when your next service is due. Because if you're going to run off memory, you're not going to get it right. If you go over services all the time, the engine life's going to be reduced big time. So look after your gear, and simple rule of thumb, look after your gear and it will always look after you. If you're like me, you like to get every last drop out of your oil containers. It works much better for recycling, and always make sure that your old oil your old oil, you can put it in a container and take it to like one of your local mechanics, whether they're truck mechanics or car mechanics or whatever, and they'll only be too happy to help you. They all have a recycle system set up to get rid of old waste oil. Good to see people enjoying themselves. Bit of croquet never hurt anyone. Bit of fun, especially out in the sun. So, Aussie Adventures, to do a trip around Australia, your main thought process every day needs to revolve heavily around safety. Otherwise, you know, things go wrong too quick. So you need to be really conscientious about safety. So I just wanted to talk here for, 30 seconds will do, and how quick and easy you can come undone in these rivers. If you're lucky enough not to hit a log or whatever under the water, which is a common occurrence, it rips the back of the motor up, it damages your prop, and if you're in an inboard, it can damage the skeg that holds the shaft and rip the prop off. It does so much damage. But as far as throwing people out of the boat, this is how serious it is. Have a look. So the river now is at low tide. So you can see here, right around the bank, low tide. There's no water in there. That's where we were getting in and out of the boat there the last few days. So over the other side there, it's the first time we've seen this since we've been here. But you can see the sand over there, and there wouldn't be a foot of water over there. Right out in the middle, you can see, you're going to see it in a minute from the drone above, it's all very light. So you've got to go the right way around and around that big sandbank that's over there that crosses almost the entire river. And on high tide, that's all covered. You don't see it. But if you go ripping through there on high tide, you're going to hit that sandbar. You've got to go around. So what I'm saying is, in these river systems, if you're new to the area and you don't know the river, you've got to go slow. Unless you've got a lot of experience with how the corners of the river works, the outer arc of all rivers is normally the deepest. So when the big rains come through, the big floods and the rains from up further, and the tides act differently and the water comes up onto the land, it actually flushes the outside of the river, the bigger arc, and it makes it deeper over many years. So that's one thing to keep in mind. But those sandbars are extremely dangerous, especially if you've got people sitting up the front or you've got your dog in the boat or whatever like we do. If you get going too fast, it's very easy to come undone. So I'm going to put the drone up just so you can see all the different light patches in the water at low tide. It's dangerous enough at high tide, but low tide, especially early in the morning or at night when people are out there as well, it's an accident waiting to happen. You've got to be super careful. So yes, the drone is still out there. You've just seen how light and shallow the water is there, and right where the drone is the only way through. When you're right down at water level, you can't see that. That's where the danger is. There's more to see. Have a look. Have it. It's just a little bit of food for thought on safety when you're away from home, or even if you're in the local area. Make sure you know the depth of the water if you're cruising around in a boat. Know what it is, I just love these little cleaning carts with the ape hanger handlebars. They're bloody rippers. They're set up like a motorbike, but with two rear wheels. Just a single one at the front. Oh look, our friends Rhys and Jen are here. Wow. Here we are at the Woolly Hotel Motel for lunch. Right next to the caravan park. Fancy running into you, Axel. I didn't know you were coming. Hey little man, you're awake. Are you awake? You're gonna go on the telly? You're gonna say hello to everybody? Did you have a good sleep, mister? You're beautiful. Let's go and have some lunch. This joint looks really classy. Looks like it's my shout anyway. I don't mind shouting me mates. Damn. Well, I've tried one and they are divine. How are yours, Jen? You like that? Can you do that roll back so good thing again? Oh, what, did you have one, Reese?
Yeah.
Delicious?
Right.
The meals were beautiful, babe.
Oh, absolutely time for a nap.
And now it's time to get this four-wheel drive expedition adventure on the road. We left the car running while we were at the pub because for the aircon for Curdy boy. I bet he's just, oh no, he's there waiting for us. There he is. Got a copy there, big dog?
Yeah, mate.
Gonna do them tyre pressures in a minute.
Yeah, I'll get down close to the beach. This is making a weird noise. It's not the car, I think it's the new straps that I put on the surfboard.
Yeah, my straps do the same, mate. They make a whizzing noise. They vibrate in the air, so a pain in the neck. There's not much you can do about them and make them nice and tight.
Yeah, I might put that on and put me right back on there.
So you would have seen them in yesterday's movie. You just wind them on and they will stop letting the air out at 18 PSI. And my tyres are actually a little bit lower than that. But yeah, it's just quick and easy. And then once the race is finished here, we're on to the beach. I think the girls will love this.
Photos just out of business.
Who was that?
We're on the phone to the midwife when you said that.
What did I say?
Got a copy, big dog? Your video.
G'day, g'day. G'day, you going? Just say g'day, and you'll be right. you see his mouth vibrate like that? It's a female scent here, that's why he's licking it. Big dog up there doing a bit of filming. feather going there, Archie?
Good.
Where'd you get that?
From you.
Oh, he's a legend, isn't he? What are you going to do with it?
Put it in my room.
Good man, you remember us forever, won't you? Do you know what that says there? Would you ask Mum what that says when you get home? Because she'll remember. You'll be able to talk to me and show me that you've still got your feather later on. What's that in your other hand?
Oh, a gun.
Like, what sort of gun? Machine gun?
Yeah.
What do you do with that?
I'm an army guy.
You go hunting or you're an army guy?
I'm an army guy. I go
you,
hunting.
you kill ducks or chooks or anything? Chooks. You cut the head off and put them in the oven? Yeah, and eat them up for dinner? You
I'm just going to cut it up.
Yeah, and throw its feet in the bin, or do you eat its feet too?
Oh, I ate a pig.
Eat its feet?
8 bones.
You eat bones too? Oh, you're a legend. Good on you, Archie, you're a champion. Well, we've done a bit of a beach run, and we were going to have a fire and a cook-up down the beach, but we haven't had, it was only an hour ago we had dinner at the pub. None of us are hungry, but we're still doing the fire thing, and we're knocking the top off a couple, so we're having a bit of fun, and once we've done that we'll be heading back to camp. Apparently there's a waterfall along the way, so we'll check that out as well. Jen's found a new friend. We met these guys coming down off the sand dunes when we got here. They're lovely people, and Kurt's still misbehaving, and the fires all go. Avaloi.
Woolleye!
At Woolleye. That's Avaloi. You've been down the beach, mate.
Oh, it's beautiful. Come
Very-
check it out.
It's very nice around
Lovely.
here. Beautiful.
Oh, they're mine.
Hunter and his dad, Reese. Big dog. That's great. We just met these guys and everyone just gets along like a house on fire. And yeah, it just feels nice. Down in the city environments, it's a little bit harder to get this camaraderie / respect conversation going. For some reason, the city people are slightly different to the country people, and yeah, everywhere we go we seem to fit in. It's very nice. See you guys, ta-da! Hello, Curdy. just said to these guys that have got a little moped motorbike, if they can get up this little incline, up into there, they got $50. He's about to have a go. Into it. Hey, what a bloody legend. I didn't think he'd do that in a bloody million years. What's his name?
Oh, bloody Salver is his
Bloody,
name.
you guys rock. Hey, what's your name?
Aussie.
Bloody awesome. You guys will see this on YouTube in a couple of days.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, what a weapon. He actually done it. All-terrain Crocs. They're the same as mine. Well done, fellas. It's good to meet you. And a deal's a deal.
Cheers, brother.
All right, deal's a deal, guys. Well done. Me and my bloody big mouth. Those boys were so happy with that $50. Can't believe he got it up there so easy. Buddy, good to see you doing that 5 km/h speed limit in the caravan park, Big Dog.
I saw the 8 or 9 year 5.
Yeah, I was just idling in second. It's a bit quick in second. Well, like always, we made it back in one piece, all safe and sound. The compressor's on. My hose is plugged in there, straight into my reservoir. Plugged in at the back there with the Anderson plug, run around the car. And we are on like Donkey Kong. There it is, just keep an eye on what's going on there. Takes about 3 or 4 minutes per tyre, if that. And a big hello to Greg and Simone, Ali and Bailey, and all the Banno mob, blokes I used to work with, etc. We can't wait to get home and catch up with some local friends, and you guys are, you know, there's about 10 people at the top of the list. You guys are one of them, and I hope yous are all well. So, big g'day, Grassy. Can't wait to catch up and have a beer with you, mate. Just on 50, that'll do me. So we'll go up to probably 60, 65 in the rear tyres, because I've got a ball weight on the caravan of about 180 kilos, and I've got, you know, between what's on the roof, what's in the back, and 2 full toolboxes, you know, loaded up with tools, etc. They'd be pushing 400 kilos just in the back area. So to make the ride height work properly, we put about 65 in the back, 50 in the front, and that's worked for our entire trip around Australia. I love getting into your rubbish, these bloody bush hooks. Pretty big male, that one. What's going on, big dog?
Alright, chucked in the water.
Enjoying the serenity?
Yeah.
Beautiful here, eh?
Yeah.
Hello, Hunter. Had any bites, darling? Was that your first cast? I've seen you do it from over there. Looks like you know what you're doing. You've got quite a lot of style. Good on you, sweetie. Well, good luck. Well, now we've got the big cat out there doing her fishing. She absolutely loves her fishing, Margaret. It's time to recheck these tyres. I've had the compressor on the whole time. I'm coming. Margaret's just caught a shark or something. It might be a marlin. What do you got there, love? A little brimsky. Well, you'd be surprised. Yeah, he's only about 23, I think. He's 25. They're a keeper. But looks good on the camera. Would you like me to...
The camera never lies.
Would you like me to de-hook your fish?
Thank you for being a gentleman.
Well, why don't you learn how to do it? I've been doing it the last 36,000 kilometres around Australia. Every time you catch a fish, I've got to take the hook out of it.
Well, they say if it works, don't change it. So
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
that's it.
That means I've got to keep doing it.
That's right.
Okay. You sure you don't want him for the fry pan, love?
No, we'll get him for another day.
You can cook him up for Kurt, because Kurt's paying a bit of interest in him. You like him, don't you, Kurtie? Oh, yum yum. Yum yum, hey? Let him go. He's gone. He'll be twice the size in 6 months. Well, it's time to do the lucky last. All the others are done. Don't forget that little spit on the valve trick to make sure they're not leaking. There's no bubble coming out there, so I'm not going to get a flat tyre. They're all good. What a day, what a weekend. I'll just disconnect that compressor. That's done. And awesome day, awesome weekend, awesome caravan park, the beaches, the people, terrific. Now all we've got to do is wash a bit of the dust down. Does not get much better than this. Well, the time has come to wash a bit of today's debris off. Get rid of the sand. The sand and the salt. See, it always sits quite thick on the side steps, but washes off very easy. We'll wash all that sand and salt off, and we'll look after the old girl, and she'll look after us next time we take her out on another Aussie adventure. There she is after a wild adventure. If anyone's interested in this old girl, she's for sale in about 3 or 4 weeks once we get home. We have other vehicles, so this one was bought mainly for this trip around Australia. I knew that she wouldn't let me down, and she has not missed a beat. So it's got 620,000 Ks on it. If anyone wants it, it'll be in Victoria in 3 weeks. Come on, mister, go and see mum. Any good, love?
Brought that in.
Oh, that's no good. See, those pelicans are still sitting over there. Electric BMX, I wish I had one of them when I was a little fella. Him and his mates riding them around. Electric BMXs, wow. These guys are having so much fun. Hey, do they do monos or skids or what? They do any monos? I'll see.
Not my one, we just walking for one round. My one does that and it starts like that. My head moves and on the back it like gets slow and then it starts doing that. It's kind of like it's looking up at me.
Yeah, wow, they look like so much fun. Show us how they go. Lads are having a ball.
beautiful in here.
Nice, is it?
Huh?
Bit nice?
Beautiful.
No, to end a perfect day, eh?
Pardon?
To end another perfect day.
Oh, there's a big rock there.
What's the rock there, babe?
That didn't work.
Come on, Grant Kenny. Oh, he made it.
Too many pickles on the ground.
Yeah, you're nuts.
All right, I'm going for a shower.
I think you need it now.
Yeah, yeah.
Bye.